What's your favorite vacation? I'll give you a minute because you just went. My name is Leslie Tadlock, and this is A Tad More Living. Together, I hope we can navigate the years after 60 in an active, healthy, youthful way. I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. I am not a judge. I just want to enjoy the rest of the years that I have here on this planet in an active and healthy way. There are things I want to do, experiences I want to have. And if that resonates with you, if you, like me, are looking to be more healthy and active as you get older instead of less, then hang in here with me. Please comment so that I can get your feedback and address some of the thoughts that you have, or suggestions that you might make. I want this to be collaborative. And if you do want to hear more about this and for us to explore more of this mindset together, then please hit subscribe and the thumbs up, so that I can keep making videos. So, one of the reasons that I am concerned and feel passionate about aging in an active lifestyle way and being healthy and youthful is so that we can enjoy doing things. We are ramping up instead of down so that we can do the things we have not had the time or money to do previously. My husband and I have both worked careers where taking off an extended period of time didn't didn't happen. It wasn't in the cards. If you work for a company and you get 3 weeks of vacation, some companies will let you take all three at the same time, but some won't. And sometimes you just can't leave your job for 3 weeks. It doesn't make sense. They may figure out that they don't need you if you're gone for 3 weeks. That's not making yourself indispensable, that's not job security. So we haven't been able to go somewhere and stay for an extended period of time, and I want to do that. I want to. We actually are considering when he does retire. Okay, so a little background. I am 66 now, and my husband is only 60. Together with our financial planner, we have him scheduled, if you can call it that, to retire fully at 65. So that's still 5 more years of him, if he continues in the job he's in now, of not being able to leave for an extended period of time. And I'm in real estate now, and I could be gone for an extended period of time, but that doesn't do great things for my real estate career. So we're really looking at a time period that is in the future. We're talking about our future and what that could look like, what we want it to look like, what are our options. Maybe there's something we haven't even considered, we haven't explored, we haven't thought through. So we are considering what it might look like to go somewhere for an extended period of time, but not live there permanently, if that makes sense. So, as an example, we might want to move to Portugal for a couple of 3 months. A lot of European countries, you can stay for 90 days without any kind of visa, or you're not considered to be living there. You're on vacation. You just get there and you leave, and you do that within 90 days, and that's fine. Imagine being in a place for 2 to 3 months. Imagine settling in and starting to learn more about the culture and where you are and how it feels as a resident. How immersed you could become in the culture. And then also, you would be able to explore anything in a reasonable proximity. And when you get to Europe, you've got trains that'll just take you anywhere. And actually, their little flights, the European airlines that are available to just get you from city to city are so much less expensive than just going from city to city in the US. I don't get it, but all that's available for easy travel. So that is what we're currently thinking we might want to do with our retirement years, at least some of them. We don't want to be gone for an extended period of time because we have family, we have grandkids here. Now, part of going over and staying for an extended period of time, we would think would be the ability to bring the kids over and let them experience cultures that they might not get to experience otherwise. I went to Europe for the very first time. It actually wasn't Europe, it was England. The first time I was out of the country was in my 30s. And I know some people go abroad to study in school, but I didn't. And I would love to have had that experience. I would love to have been exposed to other worlds and lifestyles and cultures at a younger age. And it is important to my husband and I both to expose the grandkids to other things. So that's what we're thinking right now. Taking vacations between now and then that look like vacations, but at some point morphing into a lifestyle where we're bouncing back and forth a little bit. And I imagine in my mind that we might want to bounce to a different place each time we go abroad, we leave the country, or even we just go somewhere else in the US and stay. That's a thing too that we could consider, or Canada, or South America. But them coming back and having a home, still having a home here, but we wouldn't need much home. We don't need a big home. We're not the people that need a big home. I don't actually like big homes personally. I prefer something cozy and smaller, and with I feel like more personality. Some big homes have a lot of personality. I get that, but as a realtor, I see houses all day, every day, and the ones that actually excite me are usually the smaller, and it's less to take care of. They're usually cheaper, all those things. But then, you have to consider the expense of traveling. So what you can save here, then you have to apply there. In between now and then, we are constantly having vacation conversations. Where are we going next? We just discovered cruising. So my husband had never been on a cruise before, and I had only been on like the Caribbean style cruising, long weekend kind of things, just a couple of those. One was not a good experience at all, even though I was with great people. The weather was bad experience. Ooh. And then the one before that had been so many years ago, I don't even really remember it. It was not memorable. So we weren't cruisers. We're not cruisers. No, thank you. And then we were hit with an invitation. Some friends of ours were going on a Mediterranean cruise. It was going to be 7 nights, and the price was too good to pass up. I mean, it was just, we booked that cruise. I bet we had that cruise. I was on the phone after finding out about the cruise. I was on the phone with the cruise planner within 10 minutes, telling him to put us down in ink and send me the link where I make my deposit. It was one of those deals. So this was our test cruise. This was our, are we going to be cruisers or not? Let's just see if this works for us. And it was on Norwegian Cruise Line on their epic ship. This is the only one we've done, so we don't have anything to compare it to, but I am an over-planner, overthinker, over-preparer. So I had done too much research beforehand, trying to figure out, I overplanned. overthought, over research. I did everything. I knew everything about that ship before I got on the ship, and everything else too. And one of the things that I found out was that the Epic ship has a bad reputation because of the bathroom layout. It was fine with us. So some of the things that I thought, we're going to get on that ship, and this might not be the best ship to get on or the best cruise to take to be our test cruise, and will we ever cruise again cruise? Because what if other cruises are better in this aspect than this one was, and we make a decision poorly? But turns out we enjoyed it, and we liked the ship. We liked the itinerary. We had no complaints. We had very few complaints. There was always times when we said, "Gosh, should they have done it like this? Wouldn't it have been better if they did it like that?" Yeah, there was that, but that's true no matter what you're doing, where you're going, whether it's vacation or not. That's always true, even if it's Walt Disney World. We still question some of their decisions sometimes. So it was good. And so we know moving forward that we will take cruises, and we will mix that with regular types of vacations where we go and stay at a place. We like to stay in an Airbnb type apartment rental because it gives us a feeling of living there. It puts you in a non-hotel setting where you can pretend for a week or however long it is that you live in this community. And we go to the local like bakery and get baked goods for breakfast, and we make coffee there and drink have a relaxing morning with multiple rooms. I can get up before him and go off to another part of the apartment and drink my coffee. Hotel rooms don't offer that. The cruise ship did, however, because I could go out on the balcony and sit, and that was great. But we like to stay in a vacation rental situation, especially if we're traveling with friends, because in the morning, that kind of coming around coffee time when everybody's kind of getting ready, you're sharing the space, and it just feels, you get to share some conversations. It's different than if you're all in different rooms and you meet up somewhere for breakfast. It's just different. And then the best part is when the day is over and you come back to the space and you're relaxing and settling into the evening with your wine or whatever, your nightcap. Maybe you're out on a balcony or a terrace. It's just what we like and what we prefer, and a preferred way to travel. If you've never traveled that way where you stay in a vacation rental, I recommend it, especially if you're going to a place that's got its own kind of flavor and culture, because a hotel is never going to give you the taste of that like staying in a vacation rental will do. And I'm not saying get out of the city center necessarily, but just slightly enough so that you're among the locals. There are locals that live in every city center. And so just as long as you're among the locals, going to the little coffee shop downstairs or the little bakery around the corner, and Starbucks. So it's just something I recommend. If you've experienced something on vacations that you recommend, that you want to share, please, please, please do. Tips, tricks, all the things, please share them. There's two kinds of travelers, we always say. There's the go to the beach and read a book, or go to a city and never stop moving. We're the city people. If you go to the beach, if we go to, I almost said if you go to the beach with us, this is not likely. We're just not beach people. But we will go to the beach. We understand the positives about going to a beach. But if we go to the beach with you, we're not going to sit in a chair and read a book all day. We're the ones that are going to be going, what are we going to do? Or where can we go? what's the next activity? What's next on the list? So we prefer going to cities. We prefer European type vacations, although we've been to places that aren't in Europe, but they're not. We prefer Europe. There's just not as, we just haven't found places to go to otherwise. I guess I'd say maybe that's actually something we need recommendations on. Now, I know that the UK is not technically Europe, and we have been to Ireland, we've been to London, not much else in England, and but that is on my list. Um, we've never been to Scotland, and I not only want to go to Scotland and see the cities and take in that culture, but I would love to hike the Highlands at some point in my life. And so this is what I mean about staying active. I'm 66 and I haven't hiked the Highlands yet. I can't let my physical fitness die if I've got stuff like that I still want to do. There's, I'd love to see Machu Picchu. We have not done that. And that is very physically taxing, I understand. We have been to Belize. We've done some of the types of activities that going to third world countries provide. I hesitate to, I hope this doesn't sound the way I think it's going to sound, that I'm afraid it's going to sound. I prefer non-third world country vacations. I said it. If that offends anybody, I apologize. I don't mean it to offend anybody, but we prefer just us. We prefer kind of a metropolitan or first world experience type of vacation. As awful as that sounds to say out loud, that is just what we prefer. Partly because of the weather. Most of every third world country that I've ever visited has been hot and humid. Yeah, everyone. And I don't like the heat. I prefer cool climates. I prefer rain to hot and humid. So that has a whole lot to do with it. And I hope that doesn't offend anybody because you can't control the weather. But that's been my experience. And so our future focus is on more European or other parts of the world with cities. Yes, Asia is on our list, but Asia takes so long to get to that I have to wait and or plan to wait until I can be gone long enough to offset how long it takes to get there. If it's going to take me 30 hours to get someplace, then I need to be there 2 weeks. And we don't have that on our schedule right now, but Asia is on the list. It's just pushed out time-wise. And Japan being part of Asia, there's just certain places in Asia that I really want to go. Really want to go to Thailand. Really want to go to Japan. And there are other Asian places as well. Think sometimes about India, and I know that I'm just not. I just love Indian food. I love Indian food. So so that's my ramblings and rants today about vacations and vacations for the future and kind of what we're hoping ours look like. Again, please give me your comments. Please let me know what you recommend. I'm sure somebody out there is going, oh, she didn't even mention so-and-so. Have they not even thought of so-and-so? Well, what is so-and-so? Tell us. Maybe we haven't thought of it. We're open-minded. We're just trying to also move in a direction that we feel like we have discovered about ourselves is what we prefer. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for being here.